With all the latest big news, discussion and talking points from the football world, this is Football Central. And go.
Hello and welcome to Football Central's Match Talk Live for West Ham versus Manchester United. My name is Jordan and welcome to the show. Joining me today is the man whose channel this is on, Mr. TubeMix. Hello, how are you?
Thank you. Hiya.
It seems very, very strange to not be saying Sam's name, but he's not here with us. Instead, it's Mr. Ben Carney. Hello, how are you?
You're right, Jordan. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, very, very good. Thank you. And returning once again is our brand new regular, it would seem, Mr. Gricey21. How are you doing, mate?
All right, mate. How are you doing? How are you, boys?
Very good, very good, very good.
I don't know why I've returned, but
Yeah, after the other day, I know. But yeah, no, we're all back and ready to go.
I haven't scared them off.
Definitely an interesting game, this one. Definitely an interesting game, this one, with obviously West Ham fans allowed into the stadium.
Definitely.
And we'll see what kind of effect that has. Will, do you want to go ahead and give us the team news?
Absolutely. So, your team news for West Ham United. We'll start with West Ham, actually. So, it's Lucas Fabianski in goal with Balbuena, Ogbonna, Aaron Cresswell, Kufal, Declan Rice, Souček, Masuaku, Jarrod Bowen, Pablo Fornals and Sebastian Aller. On the bench is Said Benrahma, Manuel Lanzini, Robert Snodgrass, blimey, he's still playing, Mark Noble, Issa Diop, Darren Johnson.
His name's not Darren Johnson.
Sorry, Ben Johnson and Darren Randolph. Sorry, I completed a whole new player. For United, it's Dean Henderson who comes in for David De Gea with Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire make up the central defence. Alex Telles keeps his place in the left-back side. Scott McTominay comes back in midfield to replace Nemanja Matic in midfield alongside Paul Pogba, Mason Greenwood, Donny van der Beek, Anthony Martial and Edinson Cavani. On the bench, Mata, Rashford, Lee Grant, Bruno Fernandes, very surprisingly, Nemanja Matic, Brandon Williams and Axel Tuanzebe. And that concludes your teams.
I've got a question, guys.
Very
Is this on Sky?
Go on.
Is this on Sky?
It's on Sky, yeah, it's on Sky.
I put it on there.
I think that's a really interesting team.
Very interesting, yeah.
Yeah, there's some big calls from Ollie, obviously. No, De Gea, I think he injured himself a bit more in midweek against PSG. But we've seen Dean Henderson's class, not just in the few appearances he's made for us, but with Sheffield United last season and the season before, and obviously no Bruno Fernandes. I think the major why he's made that decision is giving him a rest, and I'm looking forward to the game against Leipzig. Obviously Van der Beek in the lineup again. It'd be interesting to see Van der Beek and Pogba play together, I think.
Pogba coming in is the most interesting one for me. I think United fans have been calling for Van der Beek for quite a while, in my opinion.
Yes.
So it's good to see him.
Yes.
And
I
also
don't
as
think
well.
he's much cop, to be fair. I don't think he's much cop.
No, I've not seen that much that impresses me from him. But obviously, I'm more inclined to listen to United.
Yeah.
We'll look more at the game, at his individual game. Really interesting. Maybe like Ben said, it is just game management. It's looking ahead to Leipzig.
Yeah.
Because it does seem like a team that's stronger than usual in some areas, but weaker than usual in others. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from.
I would agree with that.
So, Ben, did you say against PSG, because obviously I didn't see the game and Jordan didn't.
I watched the highlights, but...
Oh, right, okay. Did De Gea get injured, did he?
Well, basically what happened was he made a save, and on the landing, I think a lot of pressure went on his foot, so I think he injured himself a little bit more.
Right, after the clash of the bar, when he hit the post, so it was adding to that, basically, then.
Yeah, I think so. But obviously Dean Henderson's trusty, and I'm sure he'll play well, but for me, an interesting game today, because obviously fans are allowed back in. 2,000 fans on the show will generate a lively atmosphere. West Ham are in form, and we haven't beaten them in the last 5 games against them. So it's a game.
I think this is going to be a closer game than people expect, to be fair.
Yes, I agree,
Yeah.
Alex. I agree.
I think that if the we've talked a lot recently about United's weaknesses, even though they are winning. I think if there is a team that's going to expose it, it will be West Ham.
Yes.
Well,
But then I also think, sorry Ben, just to finish off, I also think that if there was going to be a match that United showed that they meant business, it would be this one.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a strange one.
For me, with United, like a lot of people say, it all depends what team turns up. Obviously, last week was a great comeback against Southampton, but we always seem to do things the hard way. And as a United fan, my emotions are up and down watching them. But I do feel like a key factor for United is always starting the game with a high tempo. Because if we do that, we seem to be alright. But if we don't, we seem to let games drift, and then we seem to lose from there. But I think Pogba and Van der Beek, if they can have a good connection from the start, they'll be crucial for us today.
But I do feel like if United go behind, obviously got no tactical power. He can't. He's not able to change it up. If things go behind, he's only got one tactic, and that's it.
I don't know, because there was a lot said about the Cavani substitution. Oh, what a substitution! Blah blah blah. But United really, they didn't play. In terms of the way they played against Southampton didn't change. No, I know what he's saying. But what I'm saying is, like, everybody was going on, what substitution, blah blah blah. It's Edinson Cavani who, throughout the years, the past 10 years, has probably been one of the best strikers in the world. You look at them, Aguero, Lewandowski, Falcao, people
Ibrahimovic.
like that. Ibrahimovic, exactly, Cavani, those like 5 or 6 players maybe not Falcao because he was a bit shit, but Cavani definitely. He's got the ability to completely change a game straight away. And
Yeah.
when somebody has movement like that attacking movement, that experience, that leadership without really being a leader, like he can say to you, put this ball there, and you know he's going to score because it's Edison fucking Cavani. That's so that for me is the difference. And him starting today might be a big key point for United, but no, Bruno Fernandes is interesting. I agree that he hasn't done well this season compared to last time.
No.
But I also think that he has improved.
Yeah,
You know,
go on, George. Sorry.
No, that's it. I was going to say that he has improved, but he still does drop in and out. Whereas, like, people talk about his impact last season, that's because every game he was just on it all the time.
Yeah, well, one thing I will say is that he started this season off slow, and now he's beginning to pair again. But it'd be interesting to see what United are like with no Bruno in the starting 11, because you see 9 times out of 10. He's the one demanding things on the pitch. He's the one that's a leader on the pitch. He's the one that's dictating people where to go. So
yeah, it'd
be interesting to see who takes on that role today.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree.
I don't think
I agree as well.
Make that position. Fred can't do it, in my opinion.
Fred, the only weakness for Fred is he has improved a lot, but he keeps tend to giving the ball away, which is always frustrating because he has improved. There's definitely with McTominay. For me, they formed a very good partnership in midfield, but it's still giving the ball away. It's a shame. But he has improved a lot.
Yeah, sorry, George.
Al, I don't know whether you remember one of the we went to Oldham away, remember?
Yeah.
And the game that we watched, I think before we went, was West Ham versus United.
Yeah.
Remember when Aaron Cresswell scored that free kick?
At your house,
At your house, and he had the first one, and it was the shit one, and I said the next one he gets, he's gonna score it. Anyway, he steps up and puts it in the top corner.
This last season?
This is it was last season, yeah. And I think about it now, and I look at United and West Ham as teams, and West Ham have improved immeasurably because they have done really well, no matter what you say.
Absolutely.
They drew against Tottenham, whatever, but they were 3-0 down with 10 minutes to go. And I look at that and I think you look at West Ham
was very good,
United in terms of improvement as a team, and West Ham have improved massively, and United are getting the results, but they haven't improved as a team, and they've not improved as a team for a good while now.
Yeah, and watching United for me the last few games, it's been more nervous. It'd be nice to actually to sit comfortably and watch them.
Well, this is what I was saying just before. We always seem to do things the hard way, and just to pick up on what you were saying, George, I agree with you. And it's games like last week against Southampton and games like today against West Ham. It's games like that where we can really see if we are improving as a team or not. It's games like this where you find that out. And
good point, Ben. Yeah.
Against Southampton, we were a bit lucky, although it was a good comeback. But today, I just don't have a good feeling, to be honest. And it's
I said to Sam, go on, after you.
it's about getting the consistency back because, you know, when we're on it, we're really on it as a team. Everyone performs brilliant, but then the next week we could lose 3-0, you know. So we've still got to get rid of that inconsistency.
I said to Sam the other day that like a team like it was a good comeback and it was no denying, but a team like United shouldn't put themselves in that position. Don't get me wrong, the Ward-Prowse free kick was fantastic and all that, but they basically the entire United team just crumbled within the space of 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for me,
And it's not good enough.
Sorry,
No.
Go on, that's it.
I
That's what I was saying.
I was just going to say, for me, they've got to be like hammering teams like West Ham to show that they mean business. If it's like 1-1 and they get a winner like in the 90th minute, that's not good enough. They've got to brush teams like West Ham off the park if they want to be serious. If they want to have no criticism from anybody else, they've got to do it in fashion, not just do it, just scrape the barrel of, like, you know what I mean? You can't.
Yeah, I agree with you, Alex.
Absolutely, some very, very good points.
And this is what we were saying. As a United fan, it hasn't felt comfortable for a long time, really. But one thing I will say tonight is with obviously Fernandez not starting, I feel like tonight's a game where Pogba has to step up and deliver.
It's massive for Pogba.
Yeah. I just wonder whether after all the conversations we'd had about him, and you know, if he wants to, thing to do would be to actually play well. I wonder whether one of these days he is gonna, he's gonna take that.
Well, yeah, it's up to him, isn't it? Really.
But I think I've mentioned it a few times, but I want to mention the fans again. Like, you've got like a 50,000 seat
In his stride, and he's going to show what he can do.
That's a fucking joke. You know, you can fit more. I know it's, yeah, they're not making use of it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
25,000 people in that are safer. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. I agree with everything you say, but at least it's a step. At least it's a step in the right direction.
And also,
yeah.
Oh, sorry, boys.
No, go on.
What's really going to be interesting is obviously West Ham at home, but of course they've got 2,000 fans back, so obviously there's going to be a big home advantage. Would you say for West Ham today?
No, not really, because it's only going to be 2,000 fans, isn't it? It's not going to be that big, is it?
You see, I think it will give West Ham a massive boost in my opinion. Yes, it's only 3,000 fans, but West Ham fans are good no matter what the number is. So I imagine they'll generate lots of noise and it will feed on to the West Ham players, in my opinion. So I think that could be quite a big factor, because not only will the fans be buzzing to be back, the players will be buzzing to have them back too.
I think there is as well. You could make the argument that even for the United players, it's a bit of a boost because a lot of footballers just like hearing the fans.
Yeah.
Yes.
And some players, especially the bigger players, they thrive on like being given abuse or whatever. So it goes
Especially
either
it
way.
fuels them on, doesn't it? Gives them a really
Yeah.
motivation to prove them wrong.
Yeah, I agree.
So it's huge.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, you know, it's going to be a very interesting game. I mean, me and Jord and... Oh, yeah, did Sam get to do his predictions? No, I don't think he did.
No, we curtailed it because you were performing that poorly.
that was right. Well, we both said that... I think I said that I was going to go for a West Ham win, and I think... You know, today I think it will be. I'm thinking the same as well. You know, I just think with West Ham at home and they're relatively good form as well, and the fans and yeah, I think.
I would agree. I mean, another big factor for me is that we haven't beaten them in the last 5 games. But another thing I will say, going back to Fernandez not starting, if we can play well and put in a good performance without having to bring Fernandez on, for me that would be really pleasing, because obviously we know how good Fernandez is, but we're heavily reliant on him. So if we can put in a good performance without needing him and stay delighted,
Yeah.
That will please me as a fan.
Yeah. Now, I also want to go on to the championship, if that's okay, lads, because
Yeah. I don't know why you don't watch it, but okay.
Well,
Yeah,
Derby County getting a win, but also Millwall, you know, they take a knee and it was booed by the fans. I mean, have you got any thoughts on that?
The only thing I would say is Millwall fans have always had a reputation for being scum pretty much. So
yeah, there's no sugarcoating it, is there really?
Yeah, so exactly. So it don't really surprise me, but at the same time, I kind of expected it, being Millwall fans, and you know, I did think it would happen at some point, but it still shouldn't happen. And Millwall fans are just different breed, really.
Yeah, on a different
Saying
planet.
that though, just to be fair to Millwall fans, what they've done in the community for things like you know, prostate cancer awareness and Movember and stuff like that, you know, it really needs applauding. But
Yeah, absolutely incredible.
you just can't, you know, sometimes you just can't escape
No.
the things that have been put on you, and you know that, I don't know, it's hard to talk about it really, and it's a shame because they've obviously Millwall have been doing well under Gary Rowett, and
Yeah.
sometimes it's, especially with Millwall, it's always been the same where the off-field stuff outweighs the.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's not great, is it, for a club? You want to be focusing on the on-field thing, really.
Win.
And also, let's not forget, obviously, all their fans won't be like that, so that will just most likely be a small proportion that want to get hurt again.
Right, yeah, so they've said they'll continue to do this into the start of the new year when a new and comprehensive discrimination strategy will be announced by the club.
Yeah. Right, well, one thing, another thing. Jordan's going on, man.
Oh,
I thought he was lagging a lot of mine.
I think George's internet's not very well, I don't think.
Yeah, he's back now.
Oh,
Yeah.
are you back, JLIWheels? Oh,
I can't hear him, but
he was back for a second.
I'm having an absolute. Oh my god! Oh dear, hang on.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, I was just gonna make the point. Potentially, what could happen could be a dangerous scenario whereby now one fan base has done it. A few others could do it, but I suppose that remains to be seen. And
I mean, there's always a risk with that, isn't there? But you like
Yeah.
on the bell end anyway, so
yeah,
I don't think it's something that should stop either. By the way,
no.
that I think it's a great sign of solidarity. I think the opinions that people have that it doesn't do anything, it's true. It doesn't.
yeah.
But
It shows you with them.
I would rather try than not try.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
get with your points, but also, I do wish the commentators wouldn't speak about it as well, you know, on Match of the Day. Just let them do that and then just get on with the game.
But they have the right to discuss it if they want to, Will.
Well, I suppose so. I just think at times it is shoving it into people's faces, but...
Oh God. Oh dear me. Oh dear me. Okay, Will. Well, I tell you what, we won't talk about this anymore.
Yeah, let's move on. So, oh, sorry.
Oh dear me. Oh, that was a bit controversial, wasn't it?
Freedom of speech, I guess.
Yeah. I would like to say that Will's views are not the views of the TubeMix YouTube channel. We as a team support the Black Lives Matter movement and think that taking the knee is a great idea.
Right, anyway, let's move on.
Yeah,
go on.
I just want to make another point about today's game.
Oh, right, okay.
Obviously, I said before, with United, it often depends on how we start the game and what tempo we play with. And today, I want to see high fast tempo, because if we do that, I think we'll have a good chance of winning the game, and the incentive is there, because if we win we go 4, so the incentive is there.
I mean, the thing is as well is, we talked a couple of times about game plans. I think that West Ham's game plan this season has been perfectly executed. You know, it's all about the wing play and Antonio and Bowen, and also,
Yeah,
you know,
they do a good job with Cresswell. Like, he plays as a third centre back, but then he also gets forward and crosses in and with his left foot, which obviously we know is
that's another thing that just makes me think that West Ham could get a result here, is the whole David Moyes thing.
Yeah, yeah. Cause he would want to prove a point as well. I mean, obviously his time at United didn't work out in my opinion, but he would have felt aggrieved, I think, because it was clear that he wanted more time than he was
Yeah.
given.
Mm.
And I think so. I think, you know, without forcing Will's wrath, I think he did deserve more time, but it definitely didn't work out for sure.
Yeah,
And you know, ultimately, it's taken him a couple of jobs, but I feel like West Ham does suit him really well, and he's showing what he can do as a manager. Similarly with Rodgers and Leicester. So
yeah, exactly. I think they're a good fit. Obviously, last season was a bit of a weird season for them because they nearly got relegated. They showed a good turn of form to turn that around, but yeah, this season it's a completely different West Ham. And like I say, it's a good fit. Now it is about progression under them, because you know when he was with Everton at a time, I think they were in the Europa League places. David Moyes' Everton, so potentially if he's backed within the next couple of seasons, he could transform West Ham into a Europa League side like he did with Everton.
I'd be very
I agree.
surprised if that happened.
Well,
yeah, but to be fair, Will, you don't like anything good being said about David Moyes. Let's be honest.
No, although he does have to be given good credit for what he's doing at West Ham.
Oh my goodness, you giving credit?
Oh my God, we've never seen that before on this show. Wow.
best time for everything.
Do you think it's worth going over pressure with Ole maybe or not? Because
I mean, we go over this all week. We go over this every week, and
Yeah.
I think we can always press with Ole, you know. That's never gone away.
yeah,
there's always going to be pressure until they can win convincingly.
When you take on the job of being Manchester United manager, unless your name is Sir Alex Ferguson or Sir Matt Busby, there's always gonna be pressure nowadays, especially because nowadays in football you don't get near enough as much time as you used to. You know, like Fergie stayed in the job for what was it, 25, 26 years. So did Arsene Wenger. Now that would almost be unheard of for the manager nowadays. So yeah, I think there's always pressure when you take on a job like United, but sometimes it's good to have pressure too.
Yes, the best managers and the best players, you know, they thrive off that pressure.
Yeah. I've seen recently Ole has said United are going places under me, so I don't know what you think to that.
Did he
I
say
like-
that?
I like that confidence, and I've said that before. I like it. I do like that he's got the guts to say it, but it's always when he says stuff like that he gets fucking humiliated with another bad result, like the other day
It's
against
dangerous
PSG.
to say that, I think.
Like the other day against
Well,
PSG when he said that this season had started and then they got beat.
Oh well, yes, that wasn't particularly great. Oh, and I'd also, just before I'd like to go on, I'd like to apologise for any offence to my comments. I do not support racism in any way.
It's all right, Will. We know a group
No,
just
no,
for
it's
you.
fine. I know, Will. I
we,
know.
we know a group just for you, Will. But yeah, no, we know you're a good kid.
Right. Thank you.
Right, so now that's cleared up, I was gonna say, when you make comments like that, you've got to, not your comment, well.
Yeah. No, I know you're talking about Ole, yeah.
Yeah, when you make comments like that, you've got to back it up and you've got to progress as a team season upon season. And this is why this season, for me, it's so important if he wants to progress as a manager, he wins a trophy.
Yes.
Whether it be the FA Cup, the League Cup, I think those two are the most likely trophies we're going to win this season.
Yeah, because they're not going to win the Champions League or the league, are they?
I know. Unless a miracle happens, they're the most likely trophies we can win. So, for me, it's important we win one of them this season. And for the club like our stature, we have to be competing on all fronts.
I just wanted to say hello to the guy that's commented in the chat. I'll just have a look at your name again. Man United Herbert. He said hello.
Hello.
How are you feeling about the game? Like we said, I think we feel we've got a little bit of a bad feeling about this game
Yes.
from a United perspective. Will, how many times do I have to tell you to look at the frigging comments so I don't have to do it?
Well, yeah, but it's also about you know, also looking stuff, you know, like any you know, more news about the game, so you know, it's having to, you know, balance that out.
Yeah, but we can do that.
Oh, that is true.
But yeah, no. So we've got a little bit of a bad feeling about the game. I hope that you're a bit more positive than us. But who knows?
I'm not expecting good things. I'm expecting a defeat, to be honest.
Cheery.
So pessimistic.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just being honest.
I appreciate your honesty.
As a United fan myself, you know, well too. I obviously hope for a win. I'm not one of these crazy fans who hope we lose to get the manager sacked. I'm obviously not one of them. I do hope we win tonight, but like I said, it's about our tempo and how we start the game and who's gonna step up. Now Fernandez is on the bench, and like I said before, for me that's a role for Pogba. So it being
He's got to fill it, and he's got to do it.
Yeah.
For his own career, not even just for United, for himself, he's got to do it.
Yes.
Yeah. Because it's, whether you love him or hate him, there's always speculation and pressure weighing on his shoulders to
100%.
To deliver, and for me, this is the perfect game for him.
But there only is so much pressure, I may say, as well, because everybody knows how good he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody knows his ability and what he's capable of, but
It's whether he turns up.
But yeah, there's been spells of his career with us that he's performed to a very high level, but I must emphasise spells, and mate, he For me, he's got to be doing that more. But I know we haven't got long now before the game, so I'll go into this a bit more another time, because I know it's a debate that we've had quite a few times. But I am a fan of Pogba. I don't think you are, Will.
No, I'd be quite happy to pack his suitcases for him and kick him out.
Yeah, but again, how many times have me and Sam had goes at you on this show for writing players off because of you don't like them personally,
But he
or you
rarely
don't like the
turns up.
personality, or you don't like the career choices they've made. Like Neymar, you were slagging him right off.
Oh,
yeah,
well, Neymar is just a brat and a cheat.
He is a symbol of everything that's wrong with football in terms of the reason that he moved to PSG was all for the money and blah blah blah. We all know that. But at the end of the day, you can't deny how good of a player Neymar is.
No, but he can back his nonsense up off the pitch because he's such a good football player. You know.
Yeah.
He does like to
he has
showboat a lot.
And I think as well, then you look at like Jesse Lingard. You're so hard on him. God knows why. God knows why. God knows why. I mean, he had. He's gone through like really, really bad anxiety and depression issues this last year, and as somebody that struggles with that, we've all got our vices, we've all got things going on.
That is fair enough, but he's only done it one season.
That's not true, and he showed how good he was in the biggest stage of all, the World Cup.
Yeah.
Yes, but. Well, for me, he's a one season player, and like Jesse, who just get rid of him.
My only thing about Lingard.
Jesse, who did you just say?
Yes.
Well, I've said on here to you and to Will, I've said when Lingard's on it, I do like him. Like his movement to create space can be a big important factor in games and for the team.
I agree.
But my only thing is has he peaked too early?
Yeah, it's true. Apparently he turned down Tottenham in the transfer window, didn't he?
Yeah,
to stay at United.
Apparently so. But for me,
he's clinging on to a dream, he is.
Well, surely not, because Spurs at the moment are a better team than United, and there's no denying that.
Like I just said, though, like we just said, he turned down Spurs, and for me, that's because he believes he can still find his form and make it at United. And for his sake, I do hope he finds his form again, because like I said, when he finds his form and when he's on it, he can be an important player for us.
Just quickly, because we've only got 5 minutes till the game start. There is a game on later on as well. And
Chelsea beat Leeds.
We'll talk about it a bit more in the post-match. But
Yeah.
as I imagine, Ben, you probably won't be able to make it for the post-match because it's a bit later on. So I just wanted to get your thoughts on that game.
Well, obviously Chelsea are going great guns at the top. We're alongside Spurs, and Leeds have been a breath of fresh air this season. They've sort of become the neutral fan favourites. But I feel like if you can stop Calvin Phillips, you can stop Leeds.
That is a very good point, actually. He's like the main man who does everything for them, and
it'd be an interesting game. I think defending will go out of the window in that game, and I feel like
Yeah.
it will sort of have a City Leeds feel to it. If you watch that game, it was
Yeah.
like end to end. I do think it'll be a Chelsea win though, just because of the attacking prowess.
No, I agree. So with that being said, just to sum up basically everything we've said, we feel like the selection is probably a little bit of game management on the part of Ole because of the Leipzig, the importance of the Leipzig thing.
Yeah.
We feel like West Ham have got an edge.
Yes.
And it might be a tricky night for United, but also, it does depend what United turns up. As Ben said, West Ham have an interchangeable system, whereas United don't.
Yeah.
So it's going to be an interesting game. Predictions before we go.
Before we go, I'm saying 2-1 West Ham.
I'm going to say with Ben.
2-1 West Ham, the same.
I'm going to go for 1-0 to West Ham.
So we all are in agreement that it's going to be a West Ham win.
I think it's also worth noting. As well, and I think that was exactly what Will was just about to say. Is every time we predict United are going to lose, they win, and every time we say they're going to win, they lose.
Yeah, hopefully for our sake, being United fans, that trend can continue.
Imagine Mark Gomez mentally.
Oh God, yeah, he's that YouTuber, isn't he? But yeah, so all that remains, I guess, is for Will to take us home, as he drive us home, as
exactly
as
right.
he likes it when they say.
So, thank you very much to JLIWheels, Ben, Carney, and Gricey21 for your company, boys. It's been great.
You're very welcome.
See you later, cheers.
So Ben, I take it you're not available for extra time, are you?
I will let you know, but I doubt it. I'll still let you know though.
Okay, mate. Al, are you gonna do extra time?
Yeah.
Okay, and Jordan, I presume you're all clear as well?
I think so. We might even have Sam back. You never know, depending on however long what he's doing takes.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, I mean, wouldn't it be amazing if all of us could do it? That would be quite something.
Well, that's what I was looking forward to when I said to Ben, come in, but I won't tell Will that you're coming. But then obviously Sam turned around and said that he was busy. So, but it'll happen one day maybe.
Yeah, it might be, and it'll be like a collector's item. It will.
Okay, well, right.
On that though.
Yeah, all that's left is said is goodbye then, and stay safe.
Absolutely, stay safe, and from all of us here, goodbye.
Hide from Will the racist.